So speak like you love yourself, think like you love yourself, eat like you love yourself, and care for your natural hair like you love yourself. Greetings, good people. I want to welcome you to the channel, or welcome you back to the channel if you've been here before. Today, we are about to get into this Mielle no longer organics mess, and it is a mess. Now, I created a resource shortly after retiring from my work behind the chair as a cosmetologist. I created a resource in 2023 to not only help us employ the best natural hair care practices, but to also prevent these outcomes, also to help you all prevent these outcomes. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later in the video, but I want to get straight into it. So get your tea, get your reading glasses ready, and pull up to the toxic ingredients that are indeed in Mielle no longer organics.
So detox, yes, but actually target the products that are toxic. And there are a lot of them, calling themselves naturals, and they are loaded up with all these synthetic ingredients that are slowly drying out the hair. That are breaking down the cuticle.
I knew I was not crazy. My hair changed completely in a month and I didn't know why. These were my curls 2 months ago. You can see how juicy they were, how long, how beautiful. This was the first day I started using the products on my hair. This was a week ago when I washed my hair. Yes, girl, I literally want to cry. Look at that. And this is my hair after using the products for a month. Look how empty they look. Look how the texture completely changed.
That are causing scalp issues. Changing the hair texture, that are contributing to health issues.
I've been taking medication, so I don't even know why I thought any of these things, right? So then I braided my hair again and left my hair alone. And again, I was oiling my scalp. I wash my hair once a week. Literally 2 weeks ago, I took my braids out. And when I took my braids out, here's a picture. I'm going to insert the picture of when I took my hair out and what happened. When I took my hair out, I looked at my hair and I was like, this is not my hair. My hair never used to look like this.
Y'all know what happened with that one that was starts with the D and ends with the curl. And
Those of us who've been in these natural hair streets for longer than a minute, we have seen this so many times before. Diva Curl, Cantu, Olaplex even, and now Mielle. It's time for change.
And a lot of these ingredients are linked to serious health problems like neurotoxicity, endocrine disruption, hormone issues, cancers, things that our relaxed sisters are dealing with now after years on years on years of using the relaxer products. And if we're not careful, a lot of us are going to end up there too. So I took the time to add a whole added chapter on ingredients to avoid.
On the upcoming slides, I have detailed for y'all the problematic ingredients as well as the areas of the body that they have toxic effects on. So for this part, you're probably going to want to pause and enlarge to read, as I'm only going to be highlighting certain ingredients that I want to speak to. But all of them are important when it comes to understanding their toxicity to your body.
So first up is this rosemary mint strengthening oil that a lot of the ladies have been having a problem with, and as soon as I saw the online ingredients list, I could immediately spot the problems. But if you pause to read the conclusion here in this slide, basically the base oil, soybean oil, is one of the most popular genetically modified crops in the United States. And the reason why that is really problematic is because not only are these crops engineered to withstand certain weather patterns and other things, but they are heavily engineered to withstand glyphosate and other herbicides, pesticides, and fungicides. And those things get into the crop, they get into the oil, they get into everything that it touches, including your body system. So glyphosate is known to cause cancers. It's associated with neurotoxicity, inflammation, a host of other things that are in the conclusion. So that's one issue, the soybean oil. The other issue is that the concentration of essential oils in this particular product is way too high if the online ingredients list is accurate. And then on top of that, they added additional menthol and an additional vasodilator in the form of benzonicotinate. Now, anyone who studies essential oils and aromatherapy and is actually certified and trained in them knows that not only is menthol already present in several of these oils, but they also have vasodilation effects. So adding extra synthetic forms of these things on top of having the improper concentration of these oils is a recipe for skin irritation, inflammation, and ultimately hair loss, among other things. So I don't know who formulated this thing, but either you are really not great at your job or you are actually trying to hurt people. So which one is it? There are many brands out here successfully using essential oils, y'all. So I don't want y'all to be blaming it on the rosemary. The rosemary is not the problem. The other essential oils are not the problem. It is the improper formulation of this product that is the problem. The only time essential oils or other herbs would be problematic is if you actually have some sort of allergy or other elements of your unique body chemistry that will require that you avoid certain herbs, right? And we'll get into that a little bit later in the video. Moving right along into what I believe is a shampoo. And like I said, you're probably going to want to pause and read through these ingredients here.
Well, what do we have here? Is that Mielle Organics as a defendant? Monique Rodriguez? Oh, so you thought that you was gonna sell us a product, right? Turn around, sell that company to a larger company, let them tweak it, have our hair falling out, and you thought that you was really gonna get away with it. Oh, no. Come to the front. Who is this from? Cliffwood Law Firm? Okay. Wow. All of her locations got a notice of violation against Mielle Organics and Procter & Gamble Beauty? For what product? The straightening shampoo? Oh, what is that? A cancer-causing chemical? Oh no. What violation might you ask? Are you in violation of Proposition 65? It requires that a clear and reasonable warning is provided with these products regarding the exposures of cancer-causing chemicals. Oh.
Now, Proposition 65 is unique to the state of California only at this time. As it appears that they are actually taking steps to protect the residents here a little bit more than the rest of the country. But it basically requires companies to label products that could cause cancer, other health issues, and birth defects. Whether that labeling is strictly limited to online or on the actual product label, I am not sure, but they have to label it. And so anytime you can identify ingredients that fall under that umbrella that are not properly labeled in California, that's also grounds for a lawsuit. And based on the research I did here into these ingredients, Californians, we got some work to do. Aside from the hair loss and things happening, like, this stuff is not labeled. Like, there's several ingredients that I identified in the ingredients list that require the warning, and I don't see that it exists. So that lawsuit that was filed in 2022 involving the DEA in the previous clip with Laura, that ingredient is actually one of the trace contaminants inside the cocamidopropyl bentane and the cocamide MIPA, which is powering that strengthening shampoo. So it's all there on the slide. Let's keep going.
10 side effects that people experience from using Mielle Organic. Let's get it. Let's get up in these comments. So I'm gonna make myself small. We're gonna start at the top. Mrs. said, I tried to tell people, made my scalp burn for days, sores on the scalp, hair loss. I stopped using immediately and my hair is recovering with minoxidil. Unique Me said, this product also took my hair out and I can see clumps of hair going down the drain whenever I wash with shampoo. I think clumps of hair was the most common phrase in this post. Then we have Girl That's Coco. She said, this happened to my sister. We tracked it back to this damn oil. She also suffered from dermatitis, shaking my head. Lex came in and said, this oil gave me really bad headaches. Someone else in the comments was saying that they were suffering from migraines and they never got migraines before. So I stopped using it after 2 days. After seeing this, I'm glad I stopped. Doc Kim said, I've been having scalp irritation. There were people that were saying that their scalp was inflamed, bleeding. I thought it was from the braids. I literally just washed my hair and it's itching already. You gotta stop using that product, but don't run. Hold up, we got more. You already here, you might as well stay. This one says, I used it and I noticed my hair was dry and breaking horribly. I developed psoriasis. I would comb my hair and handfuls of hair would come out. Same for my daughters. I'm livid. Ash said, this makes so much sense. I'm wearing a new hairstyle and thought it was the hair causing the irritation. My scalp was literally raw. Okay, raw. My spouse developed itchy scalp after using this. All right. She said, this gave me a chemical burn. Now, if you know a chemical burn, if you ever had a relaxer that sat too long, yeah, that's a chemical burn. Love Life said, I used the oil and got scabs, literal scabs. I thought maybe my hair wasn't thick enough. It's wavy and thin. Silly me. Unique Me. Oh, I think I already put that. Let me bring y'all the 10th side effect. I lost that 10th comment, but it was something about dermatitis. Like, people were over here going to the dermatologist, okay, thinking that they were going through menopause or that they were sick. People were actually thinking that they were sick. Anyway, I made this post for y'all in the comments who are saying that, oh, they're not using it right. Oh my God, they're using too much. No, it's more than one person. It's more than 10 people. It is over 10,000 people who are sharing the same story. So go to the top of my profile, check out that pinned post, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, some of y'all may be wondering, why are the products affecting some people and not others? Stay with me. We're getting there. So y'all know Mielle, no longer organics, was acquired by Procter & Gamble in what I believe is January 2023. And her brand no longer being called organic is important because organic products are all from the living side of chemistry, the organic side of chemistry. There's two sides of chemistry, organic and inorganic. And all of the organics are from living things, Mother Nature. All the inorganic things are synthetic and man-made. So the brand is no longer called Mielle Organics. It's just Mielle. But this product company of hers, this is one of the many lawsuits that they settled behind having harmful ingredients in their products. Procter and Gamble. I believe this benzene lawsuit was in sometime in 2022. Y'all can look it up if y'all want all the details. But the reason why I include this here is that this is business as usual for these people. They have been in business for the better part of a decade, probably a century. And they have hundreds of brands, and they got the money to pay out these things and keep doing business as usual. It is only going to stop when we all place a higher value on our health and become knowledgeable and discerning consumers and decline to buy these toxic poisons that they're selling us as personal care products. Now, my reasons for buying Black-owned are two. One, because the ingredient quality is generally more natural and of higher quality when they come to market. And two, to enrich another Black family. When either of those components change, I drop the brand like a hot rock and move on to the next one that meets those two qualifications. And so that's my interest in buying Black-owned. A lot of us get really upset, or our feelings get hurt when our Black brands sell out, or some people want to call it selling up. I'm always call it selling out because, you're exchanging your ability to generate your own income for a very, very large and maybe generational wealth worthy payout, but you are no longer in control of a company, your ability to create that income, the ability to create jobs for your family, your people, none of that. And you have managed to enrich others at the same time, which is why they will always win the generational wealth gap race. But a lot of us get upset, and because we've helped them get there with to the point that the company is purchase worthy by the others, and now they've absconded off into the wind, and we are left scrambling to find other brands. But what I will tell you is it's business, y'all, and most people are in business to make money. They are not in a place where their purpose for business eclipses even the money, right? So just make sure that your reasons for supporting these brands serve you first, meaning they serve your health, they serve what's in your best interest, and of course supporting another Black family if that's what you want to do. That's what most of us want to do, but it's business. Most of these companies that do it are clearly about the money, and some of them just didn't even have like an end game or goal in mind. Generational wealth and ownership wasn't even on the plate when they started. So give them some grace.
All right, so we've been through the slides. We've heard the ladies telling their stories about what happened with their hair loss. And so for those of us who took the time to pause and read, we should have noticed some things. And is that all of the ingredients that I highlighted cause several health issues that can culminate in hair loss. So we have ingredients that are toxic to our immune system. They are connected to allergies. They are disrupting our endocrine system, They are connected with neurotoxicity, organ toxicity, reproductive toxicity. Some of them are even connected with cancer. They have contaminants that are cancerous. What else? They're toxic to the environment. And of course, they're irritants to the eyes, skin, or lungs. So we have ingredients in these slides, in these products that are connected to all of that. But I want to focus on three very specific areas of toxicity that are primarily responsible for the culmination of the hair loss, okay? And the first one is endocrine disruption. So a lot of us don't know what the endocrine system is, and so I'm going to just give you a very succinct explanation. And so the endocrine system is a network of glands, organs, and tissues that create and release hormones into the body. Anything that disrupts your endocrine system can create hormone imbalances that trigger hair loss and a host of other issues. So that's endocrine disruption. Now, neurotoxicity, what is it? Neurotoxicity is the capacity of chemical, biologic, or physical agents to cause adverse functional or structural change in the nervous system. The term neurotoxicity refers to damage to the brain or peripheral nervous system caused by exposure to toxic substances. These toxins can alter the activity of the nervous system in ways that disrupt or kill nerves. Nerves are essential for transmitting and processing information in the brain, as well as other areas of the nervous system. Now listen closely. Your hair is an extension of your nervous system. So anything that is toxic to your nervous system can also trigger hair loss. And it turns out there are actually sympathetic nerves found in each hair follicle. And then the last area that I want to draw your attention to is skin irritation. And what is it? ScienceDirect.com. Irritation is defined as an inflammatory process of the skin, or dermatitis, that is not mediated by the immune system. Irritation can be the result of acute or chronic exposure to a large number of unrelated compounds. Your scalp is skin, ladies and gentlemen. Anything that is irritating or inflammatory to the skin is also irritating and inflammatory to your scalp. Inflamed follicles will release hair and they may not grow it back, depending on how chronic the inflammation is. So those are the 3 areas I want to draw your attention to, because these 3 things alone affected and combined are why we're seeing this onslaught of hair loss from all these people. And just imagine the people that aren't even on social media, that don't even know that this is going on, right? So now I want to transition into explaining to you all why this is impacting some people and not others. Why are these products impacting some people in these ways and not others? The answer is very simple. It's due to our unique body chemistry and toxicity. Everybody's body chemistry and levels of toxins are different. So your body chemistry is made up of several factors, including your height, weight, your genetics, allergens, and existing toxicity levels of the same origin and or different origin that may be reacting with these other toxins that your body is coming in contact with through repeated use of these products. So this rather combative and egotistical cosmetic chemist on Threads tried it with me, y'all. She basically made a comment about how difficult it would be to sue Mielle Organics, and I came in and said it actually isn't. And you know, these lawsuits are settled all the dang time. But her comment about the poison being in the dose made my whole entire point. Like, I really believe she thought she was telling me something I didn't already know. You did not say these products are perfectly safe and they're not toxic. You literally typed the poison is in the dose. And that is all we need to know. So this is important to understand, because it means that it will take different doses or levels of exposure to certain toxins for people to show symptoms. Not that the substances are not poisonous, aka toxic themselves. So I really want you all to sit with that. And in my document that I created to put all of this in one place, I went on to list 2 examples of toxicity that I think that we all can understand. And the first one is alcohol intoxication, right? Those of us who drink, let's get into it. So some people can have 2 drinks and others can have 5 before showing signs of being drunk. And drunk is not the worst symptom of alcohol intoxication, but prolonged use in various doses, depending on the person, can result in mental confusion, difficulty remaining conscious, vomiting, seizures, trouble breathing, slow heart rate, clammy skin, dulled responses such as no gag reflex, which prevents you from choking, extremely low body temperature, and liver cirrhosis. Alcohol overdose can lead to permanent brain damage or death. So that's something that all of us can understand. So if you relate it to people's different body chemistry and their exposure to these toxins in these products, because they are indeed toxic ingredients, then you can begin to understand how come some people are being affected and worse than others. And of course, their unique body chemistry, but also, you know, how often they're using these products, how much they're touching these things, how they're coming in contact with these same toxins or other toxins via other sources. Like, all of this matters. But alcohol intoxication is a great example of how, you know, something that seems as harmless as a, you know, 1 or 2 drinks here or there is not a problem. But if you start drinking too much, which exposing yourself to alcohol too much, it's a big problem. And then the next one I want to throw on in here is prescription pharmaceuticals, right? So it's necessary for your physicians to account for all factors contributing to a person's overall unique body chemistry to determine an appropriate dose for their medication to avoid overdose and other complications. Meaning that 2 people of the same age, height, weight, and diagnosis can have different medication doses and different treatment plans, even though it's the same medicine. So now that we have established that there are several ingredients in Mielle, no longer Mielle Organics, products that are indeed toxic, and that can trigger hair loss and other health issues, where do we go from here? All right, so I have some calls to action for us all as a community of naturals here. For those of us who are actually in this thing, wearing our natural hair as something more than vanity. We are here because we value our health. We are here because we love ourselves and our hair. I have some calls to action for you. And the first one is to join the Laura's Beauty Box Facebook group, and a creator by the name of Laura Benoit, or Bueno. Girl, don't kill me. I hope I'm not butchering your name, but I came across her TikTok video, and on which she has a lot of engagement about these products, the issues with these products. And so on her TikTok, she's created a couple of resources where ladies can gather and share their stories, but also coordinate in an effort to file a class action lawsuit. So on TikTok, she is Laura, your beauty coach, and on Facebook, the name of the group is called Laura's Beauty Box. I'm in there. First call of action is for those of you who have been affected and are interested in joining in on a class action lawsuit or have already begun the process. Head on over to Facebook, join the group. We need one place where we all can gather and flesh this out. The Diva Curl group that I'm also a part of, because I've seen this so many times before, reached 55,000 members. Okay, so these ladies are indeed having problems, and yes, it is the products. The other thing I want y'all to do is to keep your products. Online ingredients can be changed, but them labels that is printed on your bottles and jars cannot. So keep them. Don't throw them out. Okay. The second call to action is for you all who are here out of self-love, good health, and an appreciation for your natural hair and all that is natural in the planet and in the world. The second call to action is for you to get my ebook, and so that you could prevent this from ever happening to you ever again. And like I said at the beginning of the video, I created this resource shortly after retiring from the chair. And so March 2023, I published it. March 2024, I updated it. And this will be updated annually, because what I learned in my time in cosmetology is that staying on top of these brands and the ingredients that they're using and the owners that are changing is like a part-time job. It is something that you always have to be aware of. And because I've seen so much preventable damage and health issues arise just from the prolonged use of toxic hair products, relaxers included, I decided to go on ahead and create a resource that is designed to help us prevent these outcomes, as well as employ the best natural hair care practices. So that's the second call to action. Go ahead and grab the book. It will save you so much wasted time on, products that you shouldn't be buying, down to products for your hair type. If you want to heat straighten your hair, so much good information is in there, but chiefly how to avoid toxic products on your natural hair journey. All right. The third call to action that I'm going to put out here is for all you content creators who are here for the love of natural hair. Start creating a little bit more content around the importance of using safe and healthy natural ingredients for your followers. Like, one of the big concerns that I've always had with us, sharing what we're doing and, how we're caring for our hair and all that stuff is that, a lot of these products aren't good for us and we just don't know it. And so we're just out here using things, trying things, doing things, influencing others to do the same and walking them into harm's way, not even knowing it. And so for those of you who actually want to step up your content and your responsibility to your followers, I want you to consider creating a little bit more content around safe and healthy, all natural products, and actually collaborating with brands that offer them, because those are the ones that are worthy of our coin. They're worthy of our support. They are better for our health, our hair, and the planet. All right. So that's the third call to action. And the last one is just to move forward as a conscious and knowledgeable consumer who values your health as much as you value your beautiful hair. Knowing that the best and safest place to be is on the side of organic, natural products. I think I told you all before, there are two sides to chemistry. Organic chemistry is where all the natural things live. Inorganic chemistry is where all the synthetic, man-made, mostly harmful things live. And so organic, natural products is where we want to be primarily. And so as you can see, mitigating your exposure to the synthetics will likely yield you a better health outcome, a better hair outcome, because you're not coming in contact with it as much as somebody that is just using a plethora of harmful synthetics the whole entire time. But the best place to be is just not using any of it. If you can structure your life to do so, and you can. It's just one gradual change after another gradual change after another gradual change. So those are the calls to action, y'all. And I urge y'all to really take this seriously, really understand that there are so many things out there that can be harmful to not only our hair, but also our health and the planet. And that as a people, melanated beings have lost so much. These synthetics and this type of science, that is not our culture. That is not where we come from and where we originate as a people. It is not for us. And we've lost that as a result of, assimilation and genocides and colonization. And there are those of us like me that are consciously getting back to our ancestral practices and encouraging the rest of y'all to, take it up and return, because that's where we need to be, in harmony with nature, in harmony with the planet, doing what is best for ourselves and our overall health. So in the holistic community, we like to look at the body as a sponge, but also a filter. A sponge because it literally takes in everything we put on it, everything we breathe, everything we eat, even our hair when we put on it, because hair is a living thing. Sponge, but also a filter because the body is very, very good at detoxifying itself. And it gets great at that when we consciously choose foods, herbs, things that accelerate that process so that we can filter, the body can filter out all the toxins and function as its healthy and optimal self. So toxins are all around us, and they are a result of a different type of people who are not interested in living in harmony with Mother Nature. It is not their heritage and ancestral duty to care for the planet and live in harmony with Mother Nature. They are more interested in seeing how they can compete with Mother Nature, how they can outdo what the Creator, God, Great Spirit God, has already done. And as a consequence, a lot of harm is coming to the planet and the people who partake in these synthetic, oftentimes very toxic substances. There are some that are neutral, but most of them are not. And so if we want to be in our right and proper order and our healthiest and highest selves, we will align with Mother Nature. We will return to our ancestral practices. We will take care of ourselves, the soil, the planet, and demand with our choices higher ingredient standards for the products that we use, or just leave them on the shelf to rot out and waste and die. Are you ready to begin your holistic hair and health journey? Well, I have some offerings that are created to help you along your path. Starting with my ebook, it is written for naturals in every stage of their journey, as well as stylists who want to learn natural hair best care practices, top tier product recommendations for hair types 2, 3, and 4, as well as ingredients to avoid when you're shopping for hair products to make sure that you're keeping your hair and your health in the best possible condition. Inside, you're going to learn how to care for loose natural hair, lock natural hair, and even for my naturals who prefer to straighten their hair. Now, my consultations are for people who want one-on-one guidance or have specialized issues. The hair healing consultation, if you have hair loss, scalp issues or color concerns, that's for you. The holistic health consultation for those of us who want to prevent or reverse disease, transition to a plant-based diet, and more. Check that out. The fibroid healing guide is actually a free offering to the community, so make sure you go ahead and download that one for free. You'll find the code for free access in that product description. Now, all my other offerings are all natural, organic, aromatherapy, crystal therapy, powered products, and those are also an essential element of a holistic hair and health journey. So make sure you check those out. I'd love to collaborate with any of you who'd like to help me spread the message of holistic hair and healthcare to the larger natural community. So please get in touch. Now back to the video. So we can shift this, ladies. We can shift the entire trajectory of what is the natural hair movement and the products that we are willing to accept from these companies and these brands simply by raising our health standards and deciding to become educated and discerning consumers so that they know that we are serious about our health, we are serious about our hair, and we are not buying their toxic crap anymore. We're going to put our support behind the brands who are getting it right, the brands who value their health, obviously, because that's why they're choosing to manufacture products in the way that they do, and work in harmony with Mother Nature and the planet. So we can do this, y'all. We have several calls to action. We can take our natural hair movement back, because I am from a time when I think I went natural in 2011, and so back then it was more so about just sharing your love and your appreciation for your hair. A lot of people were just using their do-it-yourself recipes. The products that are available were a little bit more natural, and it was less about sponsorships and brands, pushing brands and views and all that thing. It was really more about community. And I saw Narada African Hair God said a similar thing on an interview that Coffee Cuties did with him not too long ago. The energy is different now. It's so commercial. It's driven by the brands and the types of hair that they want to feature. And a lot of our content creators are just getting caught up in the business of it instead of the love and the joy of it. And we can take it back. We need to take it back. Our sisters and brothers are losing their hair. Their health is being affected. That is not what any of us intended for this, I'm sure. So we have work to do, good people. We can return this thing to what it was supposed to be. And I will say this, one thing that turned me off from the natural hair community way back around, I want to say circa 2011, 2012, is because several of the top creators that I was following, they all started wearing wigs at the same time. So that is when I caught on to, I was like, oh, this is not just them sharing how they're doing their natural hair and, how much they love it and all this stuff. It is not a coincidence that now every single one of them, it was 4 of them, now have a wig video. And I'm here to learn about how to care for my natural hair. I don't wear wigs. I don't want to wear wigs. I'm trying to learn how to deal with her right here and, take the best care of her. So I just exited stage left when all that started going on, and went on to cosmetology school because, there were several other things that were revealed to me during the time. And I feel like it's just gone further and further and further to the left. And we need to bring the joy, we need to be the love, and we need to bring the responsibility back to this community and to this movement. So 2 quotes come to my mind regarding this whole situation, and they are, 1, when people show you who they are, believe them the first time. And that is our dear beloved elder Maya Angelou. And so when it comes to Procter & Gamble, we know who these people are. They've been showing us for a very long time by the types of brands that they create and acquire and what they do with the ingredients thereafter. And so believe them. Don't go that way, y'all. We just need to find other boutique brands that place a higher value on the type of ingredients that they work with, so that we can keep on keeping on with in alignment with the purpose of our natural hair movement. And then the last one is, when you lie down with dogs, You wake up with fleas. And don't ask me who that one is, but I know most of us have heard it, right? So what y'all think? Y'all think Mielle, Monique, and Melvin are itching now? What you think? So we got work to do, y'all. And I thank y'all for being here. Answer the calls, and I will see you on the next one.